So today I'm coming to you straight from my new apartment in Chicago. I just moved in for school. Actually, when I'm filming this, it's like my second full day here. Behind me, we have Chicago, the Sears Towers right there outside the view. Maybe I'll do an apartment tour sometime soon if my roommates are on board with it. And if they're not, I'll just do it when they're gone. Everything's going very well so far though. I will update more in another video. Thank you all so much for all of your support with Leaving You Ahead. It came out the night that I moved in, and I was sitting there with my friend refreshing at midnight. So today I'm going to be doing the I Am the Reader book tag. This is inspired by the book The Reader. Penguin kindly sent me this book so I could do this tag. I didn't bring the book with me to college though. Probably should have so I could do this video, but it's okay. This tag seemed like a lot of fun. I will leave more information about The Reader in the description, so let's get started. The first question is to choose one word that describes being a reader. There's so many things and so many different things that it could mean to different people. I guess I would say like eye-opening, door opening. Reading is an experience that you have by yourself, but your love and passion for books is what brings you together with so many people, and then we all go back to our corners, read, come back out, talk about it. That's what it's like being a reader. What's the very first book you fell in love with? It was probably like Amelia Bedelia or Junie B. Jones, or I know I always say The Magic Tree House, but that was like my first series that I followed. The first books that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna read this again, it was those Amelia Bedelia books. The next question is hardcover or paperback? I'm of course gonna go with hardcover. It's more expensive, but when you can get the discount, it's worth it. The next question, and I like this question a lot, it's how has reading shaped your identity? Well, truthfully, for the past 5 or 6 years, when I go places or I'm with family. At school, like by the time I was a junior, everyone knew I was the booktuber. So sometimes I liked it and sometimes I didn't. I mean, even growing up in middle school, I was always the kid who was reading. I was the reader. You know, none of my middle school friends would be shocked to see like what I'm doing now. And just, I promise there's a city behind me. It's just, you have to see my face. Okay. See what I mean? So I guess I would say that reading has always been part of my identity. It's always been something that I really wear on my sleeve and talk about, and it's one of the first things I say when people ask about my interests. And of course, BookTube is such a huge part of my life and has been for the past few years. Too bright. I'm too bright. What book do you read when you need to be comforted? I like to read books like Yes Please by Amy Poehler, which I talk about way too much. Usually memoirs by people who have also gone through some struggles. Hearing about their story and their careers and their perspectives. I always love hearing those stories. Always go to those. The next question is who taught you to be a reader? And this is such a good question. My mom was a reader and she would always find books for me and she would read to my brother and me. Both of my grandmas would also always read with me. My one grandma is still a huge reader and I talked to her about like Jodi Picoult books, and she has a subscription to like this large print book club, which she probably wouldn't appreciate me telling you. But much of my family are huge readers. I used to read like with my cousin and we would tell each other about series and we read House of Night together. So it was really my family that got me started, and then I made it into this really extreme thing. The next question is to describe your dream reading lounge. Honestly, I love to read at a bookstore, so I guess a really cool bookstore, coffee shop where I could shop and then read a little bit and get coffee and maybe talk to people a little bit and then find my own corner and just sit there for hours. Sounds perfect. On my Chicago bucket list, find awesome bookstores. There's already a few that I have my eyes on. And the final question is what book has changed the way you act or see the world? And for this one, I'm not gonna say Perks of Being a Wallflower, even though it's true. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one to 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, who has a new book coming out. I read this book when I was very, very young, and it really opened my eyes to the world of teen suicide and depression. It wasn't really something that was on my radar because I was 10, but hearing these tapes from this girl, and you know what I'm talking about if you've read it, it was really eye-opening and really kind of heartbreaking and scarring for me at such a young age, but I'm really glad I read the book. I'm really excited to see what else Jay Asher comes up with. So that is the I Am the Reader book tag. I'm so excited about this new location and being in a new area. I'm working on scheduling out time where I can just continue to make videos. Obviously, I'll be surrounded by people who are also interested in film and books and writing and all of these things, so hopefully some great collaborations are coming in the next year. I'm really excited about this new journey. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys very soon with some more stuff. Have a good one. Goodbye.